Good morning, church! Welcome to EEC. I'm Michelle. I'm JJ. And here are this week's announcements.
Work. Most of us spend over half our lives at work. Whatever it is you fill the 9 to 5 with, planting crops, building cars, taking care of patients, teaching students, or running a business, work is where most of life happens. For some, work is a drain. They dread Monday mornings, forcing themselves to struggle through because they need the paycheck, while many times feeling trapped and beaten down by their job. Some people love their work. They're good at what they do. It energizes them. It's a place of security, a place to chase dreams, desires, and success. At work, they find fulfillment. We often forget to connect our faith to our work. We don't consider the reasons God may have us at our job. We don't think about the purpose and meaning we could bring to our work. We simply focus on how it makes us feel. But what if we saw our work as an opportunity to worship? As Christians, we are called to serve Christ with our lives. For a few, that means working as a pastor, a youth minister, or a missionary. Others serve the church by teaching children or singing in the choir. But when Sunday is over, most of us return to our jobs outside the church. For us, our mission is in the marketplace. We may not be the kind of missionary who moves to the far regions of Africa, but around the conference table, around the water cooler, around the cubicle, we have an opportunity to worship the God who created us. He gave us skill. He gave us passion. He gave us work. When we do our jobs with excellence and integrity and diligence, it's an act of worship. We are displaying God's craftsmanship to the non-believing world around us. We are earning the right to be heard. We don't see a divide between Sunday and Monday, between the sacred and the secular. We've been invited into parts of the world that a pastor or traditional missionary will never see. We have conversations with people who would never set foot in a church. Whether we love or dread our work, we choose to turn the focus away from ourselves and toward the mission God has for us. Church is not the only place we worship, and Sundays are not the only days on our calendars that have meaning. Every day on mission for God brings us great joy. Like the heroes before us, we can be modern-day Noahs and Josephs and Peters who are called with a purpose. God has designed us. He created us to work and to worship. For us, work is worship.
That's right. Workplace series start today. And here's Pastor Peter with a bit more information. He's on holiday at the moment. That's nice. Yeah, right for some, isn't it? Yeah.
I often wonder, when people ask me, how is it like now that you're working full-time as a senior pastor of Emmanuel Evangelical Church? It is as if that in the past 27 years, as I work in engineering, that I'm not working full-time. I was just working part-time. And I'm not working for God, but working for my boss or for myself. And so subconsciously it causes a secular-sacred divide in the mindset of many Christians. And in one of the book titles that Doug Sparder himself wrote, Monday Morning Atheists, is what he would describe Christians who leave God out of their workplace. God is very much interested in our workplace. Because when you have God in your work, then you'll be able to deal with questions like, how can I live as a Christian? How can I maximize my gifts and my potential in the workplace? How can I have a godly ambition? How can I deal with office politics? And so I welcome you to today, the beginning of a 6th series of sermons. So we welcome Pastor Colin, who's going to kick off this series of 6 sermons this morning. So God bless you as we now turn to God's Word.
Thank you, Pastor Peter. Next up is an announcement on baptism and membership class. So baptism and membership class 1 starts on Sunday the 30th of June, and the second membership class starts on the 7th of July. Both will take place next door at 25 Martin Street, down the basement at 1:15. So if you're thinking of becoming baptized, I really encourage you to take this step of faith. And if God is speaking to your heart, please speak to your cell leader.
Also, if you're not yet a member of EEC, we just want to encourage you to be a member of the family at Emmanuel through membership.
That's right, it's that time of year again. 24-hour prayer starts on Friday the 24th, right through to Saturday the 25th of May.
To find out your time slot, speak to your cell leader.
And come with expectation.
That's all for this week. We hope you enjoy the service.